Hi, my name is Tassilo, and some of you might know that I'm a real movie fan. I never forget the first time I was in a cinema. It was probably back in 1993 or 1994, where I first get in touch with the magic of big screens, popcorn, and Dolby Digital sound. Therefore, I want to tell you something about the newest possible change in how we watch movies, perhaps in the next years. The keyword is video on demand, or short VOD. So, to start off, let's look at the current situation in general. If you look at the number of movie visitors nowadays, it's no secret that the cinemas suffer because of the technology innovations and the related consumer behavior. That makes sense. Just ask yourself, when was the last time that you have been in a cinema? According to the article from Variety.com, no of all times, six of the seven biggest Hollywood studios try to offer movies for the home entertainment just few weeks after their theatrical debut. So, is this the final end for the cinemas, or just a win-win situation for the Hollywood studios and the consumers? Let's try to find it out today. But first of all, let's take a look which studios are interested in offering movies early in home. Warner Brothers CEO Kevin Tsuchikara started the negotiations with the exhibitors by offering them a percentage of their digital revenues if they agreed to let them debut films on demand for $15, around 70 days after their release in theaters. It might be useful to give you a little background about the present video on demand release periods. Currently, most major movies are available to rent some 90 days after their release. Some other studios offer films for sale electronically around 70 days after their release in the theaters. Try to imagine for just one moment. Warner Brothers CEO would like to debut films on demand 17 days after they opened. This would mean 53 days earlier than nowadays usual. This leads us to the other studios and their idea of showing movies early at home. Fox, for instance, think of making films available between 30 to 45 days after their opening at a $30 rental. Universal would like the home entertainment debut to remain in the 20-day range. Some people would say that this is a great idea to satisfy the consumers. But on the other hand, there might be some people against it. But I will talk about those later. Let me now explain why the Hollywood studios wanted to offer movies much earlier. The studios are looking for ways to gain up the home entertainment revenues because the DVD sales are continuing to fall. Furthermore, they want to put more value on the customer taste of the younger generation. In times of Netflix and co, the younger consumers are accustomed to access content whenever and on whichever device they would like. I mean, you just have to look at your own consumer habits. As I mentioned before, there are some problems of this whole idea. Aside from the fact that there are several different models floating around and every studio wants a different concept, there's also the problem that the studios cannot work together to sign the deals because of antitrust laws. Also, the theater owners are engaged in these talks. They are concerned that if movies are offered to consumer too early and too cheap, they will stop showing up at the cinema. Apart from that, the famous director Christopher Nolan was asked what he thinks about this VOD revolution. And he said clearly that he's not happy about it and he don't approve to that. So, if I can just sum up the main points of my talk. We have got the studios which want to shore up their home entertainment revenues. We have got the theater owners with their fear that their business might come to an end, and there are the first pessimistic statements of Hollywood directors. I think yet no one knows what a world of major Hollywood releases on VOD would look like, and more important, what it would feel like. It isn't just a question of economics, habits, and consumption. After 100 years, we have to ask, what is the movie experience? Of course, I don't want that the last remaining cinemas disappear, but we also have to be open for innovations and change. I hope that I've shown you in which difficult situation the film industry is stuck in today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Ali!